Good morning, everyone. I'm Catherine Ross with TheStreet. I'm here at the NYSE with Jim Cramer. Jim, how are you?
I'm doing real well. How about you, Catherine?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So I want to kick everything off with your RealMoney piece, which I thought was really, really great, and I want you to explain why.
Yeah, I mean, this is a piece that I did about how when a company does badly in this particular period, unlike most periods where there's a big down and then people start buying, you have multiple days down. So nothing can find its footing. And I think one of the most intimidating things about this market, Catherine, is that you buy that first big down day, Allergan down 15, and you figure, well, that's a big overreaction, down 15. You read the conference call is okay, they're doing well. So you go buy because you figure, wow, down 15. Two more down days. Two more. Then three. Baxter, down 6 years. That could be the beginning. I know Baxter opened up, sucks people in. Bristol Myers. You first see that Bristol Myers loses in a head-to-head to Merck and Keytruda. And then the next trial comes out, Bristol goes down. The next trial comes out, Bristol goes. And we're just not catching any bids for companies that have bad news. Now, I didn't want to do the corollary, which is Eli Lilly went straight up, Merck straight up. But the point is that bottom fishing is impossible. And that's... it's just, bad is so bad, to quote Donna Summer. I should have used that.
Yeah, you should have. Well, I mean...
It's never too late.
Yeah, exactly. So in the general market, what should investors be looking at?
Well, I think that what they have to think about is we've been up for 2 straight days. And it's difficult for anyone to just sit on their hands, but Apple is tonight. There's a lot of negative evidence coming out about Apple and China. The App Store may be slowing sales. The market's not set up for that. If you had an Amazon situation where it went all the way down to 1,400, down, there's one where the bottom gets put in because it went from 2,000 to 1,400 in the speed. It was like faster than a speeding bullet. So, I mean, I think you have to sit in your hands, you got to see Apple. Because if Apple's good, you'll be good, and given what I just said about RealMoney, if Apple's bad, there'll be many days of down. So I need to see it. And I am concerned because Apple has not been, when my father was in World War II, he had 9 hot landings. It was the 6th Army in the Pacific. And he used to say that what was great was that they would soften the beaches. The Navy would soften the beaches before they went in. The Marines go in first. He always made that point. But, they haven't softened the beaches for Apple. So that is concerning to me.
And for those of you who don't know, we'll be covering Apple's earnings live.
We have a blog. Who's it, Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson.
His stuff. There's a lot of live blogging that goes on, and a lot of it is really very little insight. So you got to read Johnson's for insight. He's just fantastic.
He is
fantastic. You can say, well, wait a second, Jim. What are you doing? You're promoting. What I want people to know, look, I started TheStreet in 1995. And I usually don't come out here and say, well, so-and-so's great. Not since Herb Greenberg. We had him and Adam Lashinsky. Johnson's unbelievable. And if you want to be in the know about an Amazon or in the know about an Alphabet, or you got to go on Johnson's when he blogs. So anyway, there. I've always tried to be humble about us. There's a lot of outfits that do a lot of nonsense, and they promote themselves and are not that serious, or they're done it anonymously. We don't do that.
And I'll be live tweeting it to keep up with everyone.
Good.
So it'll be great. I'm excited for it. One thing that I got in my inbox this morning was kind of exciting. It was Target is now opening their mobile checkout. So I can go to a Target and I can just check out with any employee. They can just scan anything.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the antidote to Amazon? I don't know. I've got Don Wood on tonight. He's the CEO of Federal Realty, the largest shopping center company in the country. And it's innovations like that make it so that the empire strikes back. You get brick and mortar actually having a presence. And Don's got some amazing stats about companies that now feel they have to be in brick and mortar, which is such a counter trend. But we're going to talk about that tonight.
Yeah, and I think just personally, I think it's interesting for me because I love Target.
You're a Target shopper?
I'm a huge Target
shopper.
shopper.
Do you have a big Target, or do you have those new mini Targets?
So I go to the one on 34th Street, which in New York City, it's big.
Yeah. See, we've got one in Brooklyn that's a grand Target, gigantic. And then right near it, we've got one of the new mini forms. And the mini form Target is electric. as there's one on Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. Again, fantastic. Just have everything at your disposal. And the food aisle was bad when I was in the Philadelphia one. They need to clean that up. But it was, without a doubt, they're exciting. They're very exciting.
Yeah, I love them, so I'm excited.
And Target's been a great stock to own. We had Michelle Gassel on CNBC. Kohl's is one of our names. Now, one of the problems with Action Alerts is that we're not a hedge fund. Kohl spikes to 78 after she's on. And then I say, well, and by the way, Nordstrom spiked. And we said, okay, we sell the Nordstrom, we got to keep the Kohl's. And Kohl's goes right back down to 73. Again, when a stock gets in the crosshairs of the sellers and the algos, boom. But these are all doing well. Target's doing well, Kohl's doing well.
One question I got in my inbox for our Ask Jim segment I think is really important for all investors. And this person is wondering, they're out of cash and they've got a stacked portfolio. Okay. Should they be selling one of the higher up names?
No, you sell your worst. Never sell. I mean, this is something that Larry Culp may be doing incorrectly at GE, and he's fabulous. But he has to figure out power. You take, like we do in Action Alerts, very painful. You sell your worst to fund your best. You do not sell your best to fund your worst. But you sell your worst and circle the wagons among the good ones. That's why not that long ago we just gave a bulletin for here's the 10 that we would buy, and it's proven right. And remember, I think today's down. Okay, I think today's down because of Apple. So do it now rather than later.
All right, guys, I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit more on the Action Alerts Plus video because I've got another great question to ask you. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts on Dow DuPont, which is rallying this morning.
That's an Action Alerts name, so we'll have some fun on that.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim, for all of your insight. Have a great day.